Cyrus the Great was the founder of the Achaemenian Empire. His empire, stretching from the Aegean Sea to the Indus River, was the largest that had ever existed at the time of his rule. Cyrus pieced his kingdom together using a mixture of conquest and diplomacy, attesting to his skills as a warrior and a statesman. Here is a detailed history of him, so let's start. Ancestry and early life. Cyrus the Great, circa 600 to 530 BCE, was born in Anshan, a region of the Elamite kingdom, in modern-day Iran. He came from the Achaemenid family, a prominent Persian clan whose ancestors may have ruled over small regions in southwestern Iran. His lineage is traditionally traced back to Achaemenes, a legendary figure in Persian history. Cyrus's father, Cambyses I, ruled the small kingdom of Anshan and was a vassal of Astyages, the king of Media, a neighboring and more powerful kingdom in the north. His mother, Mandane, was Astyages' daughter, making Cyrus a member of both Persian and Median royal lineages. This ancestry connected him to the Median court, a connection that would later prove pivotal. There are many legends surrounding his early life. The most popular story comes from Herodotus. According to Herodotus, when Astyages had a prophetic dream that his grandson would overthrow him, he ordered the newborn Cyrus to be killed. His trusted servant, Harpagus, was tasked with carrying out the order, but out of pity, Harpagus gave the infant to a shepherd couple instead. Cyrus was raised by these humble caretakers until his true identity was discovered during his youth, after which he was taken back to his family and began his training in the ways of kingship and combat. Rise to power and the conquest of Media. In his late 20s, Cyrus succeeded his father Cambyses as the king of Anshan. Around 559 BCE, his kingdom was still a vassal of the powerful Median Empire. However, Cyrus had grown discontent with Median dominance and began quietly rallying the Persian tribes. His reputation as a fair and capable leader helped him gain widespread support. In 550 BCE, he openly rebelled against Astyages. According to one account, Harpagus, who had a personal vendetta against Astyages, defected to Cyrus's side and became a key ally in the conflict. The decisive battle took place near Ecbatana, modern Hamadan, the Median capital. The Median army, weakened by internal dissent, was defeated, and Cyrus took control of Media. By merging the Median and Persian territories, Cyrus established the Achaemenid Empire, which would become the largest the world had yet seen. Expansion of the Achaemenid Empire. Conquest of Lydia, 547 BCE. After unifying the Persians and Medes, Cyrus turned his attention westward, to Lydia, a wealthy kingdom in Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. Lydia was ruled by Croesus, a wealthy king renowned for his immense riches. According to Herodotus, Croesus misinterpreted a prophecy from the Oracle of Delphi, which suggested that if he waged war against Persia, he would destroy a great empire. Confident in his forces, Croesus initiated hostilities against Cyrus. Cyrus demonstrated his military acumen by crossing the Halys River, the boundary between Lydia and Persia, and employing innovative tactics. In the Battle of Thymbra, he famously used camels to frighten the Lydian cavalry, which was unaccustomed to camels. With this psychological advantage, Cyrus defeated Croesus and captured Sardis, the Lydian capital. In 547 BCE, Croesus was taken as a prisoner, but, according to tradition, was spared and became an advisor to Cyrus. The fall of Lydia brought the Aegean coast and several Greek city-states under Persian control. However, rather than enforcing harsh rule, Cyrus granted these city-states a measure of autonomy, allowing them to continue their customs, which won their loyalty. Campaigns in Central Asia. After Lydia, Cyrus focused on the eastern front of his empire, consolidating control over Bactria, modern-day Afghanistan, Sogdia, and Drangana. Little is known about the details of these campaigns, but they were essential in securing Persia's eastern borders and protecting the empire from nomadic invasions. These regions became important economic hubs, linking Persia with India and Central Asia. Conquest of Babylonia, 539 BCE. Perhaps Cyrus's most famous conquest was that of Babylonia. The Neo-Babylonian Empire, under Nabonidus, had become unpopular among its people due to his neglect of religious traditions and prolonged absence from the capital. The Babylonian priests, merchants, and other factions welcomed Cyrus as a liberator. Cyrus's army advanced on Babylon, where he employed a mix of direct military action and diplomacy. He diverted the Euphrates River so that his troops could enter the city through its riverbed, a bold and ingenious tactic. Babylon fell without significant resistance, and Cyrus entered the city as a liberator in 539 BCE. The Cyrus Cylinder, often regarded as the first charter of human rights, describes how he restored the temples of Babylon, returned religious icons to their cities, and allowed displaced peoples, including the Jews, to return to their homelands. The Jews, who had been in exile in Babylon, viewed Cyrus as a liberator, and he is praised in the Hebrew Bible as a Messiah, or Anointed One. Administrative policies and governance. Cyrus ruled through a system of satrapies, provinces, each governed by a satrap, governor, who reported directly to him. This decentralized system allowed local autonomy while ensuring loyalty to the central administration. Each satrap was responsible for collecting taxes, overseeing justice, and maintaining local militias. Cyrus also established a network of spies, the eyes and ears of the king, to monitor the satraps, preventing rebellion and ensuring efficient governance. Cyrus's approach to ruling conquered territories was revolutionary for its time. Unlike previous empires, which often enforced cultural assimilation, Cyrus respected the customs, languages, and religions of his subjects. His tolerance for cultural diversity created stability and loyalty among the various peoples of his empire. Legacy of the Cyrus Cylinder and influence on human rights. The Cyrus Cylinder, discovered in Babylon in the 19th century, is considered one of the earliest declarations of human rights. In this document, Cyrus claims that he was chosen by Marduk, the chief Babylonian deity, to restore peace and order. He promises to respect the customs and religious practices of his subjects, releasing captives and returning stolen artifacts to their temples. This approach set a precedent for how rulers could govern with a respect for human dignity and diversity, influencing later leaders and philosophies. Many historians regard the cylinder as an early step toward ideas of human rights, tolerance, and freedom. Final campaign and death. In 530 BCE, Cyrus launched a campaign against the Massagetae, a nomadic tribe from Central Asia. Led by their queen, Tomaris, the Massagetae fought fiercely. According to Herodotus, Cyrus devised a plan to ambush the enemy by luring them with a seemingly abandoned camp filled with supplies, including wine, which the Massagetae rarely drank. However, the plan backfired, leading to a direct confrontation in which Cyrus was killed in battle. Queen Tomaris reportedly avenged her son's death by taking Cyrus's head, although these details may be embellished or legendary. Tomb at Pasargadae. Cyrus's remains were transported to Pasargadae, where he was interred in a simple yet elegant tomb. The tomb, an impressive stone structure, remains one of Iran's most significant historical sites and a symbol of Cyrus's lasting legacy. Pasargadae became a cultural and political center, reflecting Cyrus's ideals of tolerance and harmony. Legacy and impact on future generations. Cyrus the Great's empire set the model for subsequent empires in terms of administration, tolerance, and respect for local cultures. Later Persian rulers, such as Darius the Great and Xerxes, would build upon his foundations, extending Persian influence across 3 continents. Alexander the Great, who admired Cyrus, visited his tomb at Pasargadae, reportedly paying homage to him as one of the greatest kings in history. Cyrus's legacy is particularly influential in Iranian culture, where he is remembered as a unifier and a benevolent ruler. The Cyrus Cylinder has been adopted by the United Nations as an early example of human rights, and he remains a respected figure in various religious traditions, including Judaism. Now you know who was he. If you truly respect and like him, just hit the like button, and also if you love this type of real history, just click the subscribe button. Now let's take a leave and again meet at another interesting story. Up to that time, goodbye, have a nice day my friend.